Ever felt the presence of something unexplainable? Stay tuned to uncover chilling tales from others who have.
Driving through the hilly roads in the early morning was my sanctuary, a time of misty valleys, golden sunlight, and peaceful silence. But that day, the road felt different. The air grew colder, denser, and the towering shadows of the trees stretched unnaturally. The usual sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves were gone, replaced by an oppressive quiet that weighed on me. Then I saw it. A silver sedan parked on the shoulder, its hazard lights weakly blinking. Its driver's door was slightly ajar, as though someone had left in a hurry. Pulling up behind it, I stepped out cautiously. The air carried a faint metallic tang, unsettling in the cool morning. Peering into the car, I found it empty. The seats were pristine, but the cracked phone on the passenger seat and keys dangling from the ignition made the scene feel staged. "Hello?" I called out. My voice echoed unnaturally, swallowed by the mist. No response. I was about to turn back when I heard it, a faint shuffling sound coming from the trees. My heart raced as I scanned the area. Through the fog, I saw a shadow darting unnaturally fast, vanishing between the trees. My breath caught. That's when I noticed footprints in the dew next to the car. They led into the woods, uneven as if the person had been limping or dragged. Against my better judgment, I decided to follow. The fog thickened as I stepped off the road, my flashlight barely cutting through it. The footprints grew harder to track, but something compelled me forward. Then came a sound, a low, raspy moan that froze me in place. It was neither animal nor human, echoing eerily in the stillness. I swung my flashlight ahead, catching a figure hunched over, its back to me. Torn, grimy clothes clung to its thin frame. "Hey!" I called, my voice shaky. The figure didn't move. I stepped closer, and it froze. Slowly it turned. What faced me was no longer human. Its face was grotesquely distorted, like melted wax stretched and twisted. Its unblinking, milky eyes locked onto me, and its gaping mouth dripped black ichor that stained the ground. A jagged hole went straight through its chest, with the mist swirling faintly behind it. The creature tilted its head at impossible angles, its neck snapping unnaturally as though it was studying me. Its body twitched violently, limbs bending backward until its hands touched the ground. Like a spider, it sprang forward. I stumbled back, my flashlight falling as I hit the ground. When I looked up, more of them had appeared. 2, then 3, their glowing chest holes pulsing faintly. Their movements were disjointed, some swaying while others jerked forward with disturbing speed. The clicking sound of their approach filled the air, like bones cracking or dry twigs snapping. They blinked in and out of existence, closing the distance with each step. I turned and ran, the forest spinning around me as I bolted back toward the road. The sound of their pursuit grew louder, echoing unnaturally. Bursting onto the road, I saw my car, but the silver sedan was gone, as if it had never been there. The creatures emerged from the woods, their distorted forms illuminated by my headlights. One slammed its twisted hand onto my hood, leaving streaks of black ichor. I scrambled into the driver's seat, fumbling for the keys with trembling hands. My mind screamed at me to drive, but before I could react, one of the creatures blinked out of existence and reappeared directly on the windscreen. Its grotesque face was inches from mine, its milky eyes fixed on me as its jagged mouth opened unnaturally wide. Black ichor dripped from its lips, sizzling against the glass. Then, to my horror, its arms stretched unnaturally long and phased through the windshield. Cold, clammy fingers grazed my cheek, sending a chill through my entire body. I froze. The creature's touch like ice, its presence overwhelming. The clicking sounds grew louder, almost deafening. Summoning every ounce of strength, I snapped out of my paralysis and slammed the gear into drive. My foot hit the gas and the engine roared as the car lunged forward. The creature's arm withdrew just as the tires screeched against the asphalt. Its body vanished in an explosion of mist, but I didn't dare slow down. But the others were relentless. They teleported closer, their glowing holes pulsating as they moved erratically. One appeared beside my window, its face inches from the glass, and let out a shrill, otherworldly wail. Swerving violently, I barely kept control of the car as I sped down the road. Then, as suddenly as it began, it stopped. The fog lifted, and the road ahead was empty. The valley below stretched out, bathed in soft morning light. My hands trembled on the wheel and my chest heaved as I tried to calm down. I didn't stop driving until I saw the sun fully rise. I haven't driven that road since, but in the quiet of some nights I hear faint clicking outside my window. I never look. I know they're still out there waiting. If this chilling tale gave you goosebumps, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more stories like this. Thank you for tuning in to Ghostly Echoes. Until next time.